Okay, hello everyone. Hello randomised gaming viewers. My name is Random Gamer Riven, and once again I'm your host for this randomised gaming stream. And in today's stream we are going to be looking at Starlancer. So hello and welcome. Oops, bless me. Yes, today is... Yes, and today we are looking at, as I said, Starlancer. So, Starlancer was effectively the first game in the Chris Roberts, I think, this series of games. There's actually a name to them. There's actually a couple of them that are set in the same universe. I can't remember, there's 4 of them, but probably the other game of most importance, which we have covered on the channel previously, is Freelancer, which is a fantastic open world space adventure game. So, Starlancer was basically a sci-fi game. Chris Roberts, who developed this previously, had done Wing Commander. It does very much encapsulate the Wing Commander spirit. So this does actually do widescreen, but I don't know how. Let me just see what's the way to accept. Yeah, this again. The thing I can tell whenever I do widescreen on these type of games, the Dreamcast I think is like some of the other ones. It can't do proper widescreen, so what it does is then crunch everything in. So just bear with me a minute, I'm just going to jump to some instant action. Oh, I should have looked at the actual flight control rules. So the Predator, we have the Najinta. You get all the ships in instant action. There are a number of ships in the game. I think in the story mode you progress and unlock them as you rank up. The Gentle... So the Crusader, the Coyote, the Mirage, the Tempest, Patriot, the Wolverine. I think the Wolverine's like one of the last ships. The Reaper, the Shroud, and the Phoenix. Do some instant action, mainly because I need some flight time, as it's been a little while since I played this. Now, this is and was a fantastic flight sim simulator, very much out of the school of X-Wing. So if you like games like X-Wing and Wing Commander, you will absolutely adore this game. And here we go with the launch, and while it's launching, I'm just...
First wave jumping in.
So up, down. It's actually invited first controls, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm trying to pilot while I'm trying to shoot at the same time, so... Order targeting guys around. Lock target. Order. Next cam. This was actually a very good conversion for the Dreamcast. It played pretty much like it was running on a pretty good solid PC as well at the time. Downside, it does have load. I think a lot more loading than the original PC version, but It's a very, very good port. And it's by far the best way to play this now. But if you're a flight sim fan, as mentioned on Twitter, so vibration, acceleration, ship systems, fire missile, shaft is down, next missile, toggle radar, okay. And you can so toggle radar is up. A lot is done by now. Admittedly, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter could have been done quite comfortably if they had used, if they'd actually used just like a pause menu. Hello, Nico. Thanks for joining the stream. Glad to see you here. It's always nice to actually have someone to chat away to. This is Freelance. Starlancer, not Freelancer, the sequel. We have previously covered the sequel. This is probably, as I mentioned in Twitter, this is probably the best space sim game on any Sega format. Because we didn't get X-Wing vs TIE Fighter, we didn't get Freelancer, and Freelancer was never got any home port. Although I think there were rumours of an Xbox version. I think it may have even been developed. But yes, so let's do the Shroud. So it was the Phoenix before, Shroud. Let's do the Reaper. Now this one does support widescreen, but as with the GameCube and Wii widescreen, it's effectively stretching a 4:3 picture, which means you lose picture clarity as a result, so I don't like it that much. We used it in our main video though, so we have previously done a video, and if you want to see it in widescreen. But generally these earlier consoles couldn't do a proper widescreen resolution, so there goes our ship.
First wave jumping in.
This was one of the many one of a select games, I should say, one huge number, that actually featured online play. And I think it is now available to play again via Dreamcast online consoles. Oh, the RetroTink 5X. I'm not actually swapping refusing handling resolutions other than the discount scaler, which handles them perfectly. Oh, really? I've seen the RetroTink, but I've never, because the OSC sort of covers everything. So instant action, the aim is just blow them up before they blow you up. I think you get I think I've got to destroy the waves before the time runs out. This is a very good game. Yeah, I've looked at RetroTinks, but because it was only the NES, I haven't. I have looked at them, so it gives a good quality picture, does it? That's interesting. Yeah, this is a really good. This is one of the best, probably the best flight sim on Dreamcast. Starlancer has a great story to match. Oh, we've got 10 seconds.
Wave defeated.
Ah, there we go.
Timer awarded. Next wave jumping in.
So I'm just getting to grips with the. I'm a little so strafe. You can do roll, strafe as well if you change camera angle. Does the RetroTink, does it do RGB or S video, can I ask? Because I know the original RetroTink didn't do Gonna run out of time here. Gonna run out of time.
Time's up, pilot. Aborting now.
But yeah, this did support online, so let's just give that one last shot. Instant action. Just to get familiar with all the controls and everything. Before I jump to the story. The loading is perhaps not to the... Yeah, is that a new one, the Retro Tink, RGB? Ah, is that is the Retro Tink 5X a new one for to compete with the open source Scan Converter Pro then?
First wave jumping in.
Because I know the open source Scan Converter Pro is what I'm quite interested in, but obviously I must admit the thing with the retro, one of the things that I disliked about the Retro Tink is the guy who ran it made himself I wasn't impressed with some of his tweets, so he came across as a little bit unprofessional. The previous Retro Tink, I don't know if he's done the new, if he's responsible for the new one, but if it's the same guy, then but I'll definitely take a look at that, see what it's like.
Wave defeated. Timer awarded. Next wave jumping in.
Ah, so it must be a new competitor to the open source Scan Converter Pro. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think the open source Scan Converter was going to get a main competitor so quickly. No, I didn't know about that one, Nico. Thanks for letting me know. I'd heard of the Retro Tink, but I wasn't aware they were doing a newer version of it. But if I remember, ordering the Retro Tink was a bit of a pain, so I didn't end up getting one.
Wave defeated. Timer awarded.
But yes, enough about tech for now. This is Starlancer, and it is, as you see here, a very good. So I've got boost. You can order your ships and allies around. Spectral shield. Next missile, toggle blind fire. There's just a little... Now, this is a really good game. What's interesting about this is that each mission in the campaign actually will change depending on how well you do on the previous one. There's lots of sub-objectives for each mission in the campaign, and there's quite a nice story as well. I probably should just roll the opening intro as well just before I begin.
defeated. Timer awarded. Level clear. Jumping to Guardian encounter.
So it. Yeah, the old RetroTink did do composite in S-video, so the OBS scan converter doesn't do that. That's one of the ships down. You'll see there's a lot of ships in this, so and the music is also superb.
Guardian defeated. Timer awarded. Replenishing weapons and jumping to next level.
Yeah,
Next wave, jumping in.
You can't order your wingmen around, which is quite a nice touch. We've got to be careful now, but I need to take out the enemies quickly because but see, this is the instant action mode, which is basically like an endless spawn mode, which is quite good fun. Good fun to get practice in, as I'm doing now, seeing it's been some time since I've played Starlancer. I played Freelancer. The last time I played Starlancer was when we did the video. Yeah, the lighting, everything in this. I mean, you can actually, if I do change the views, and I've got a third-person view as well. Yeah, this is definitely, this game screams 2000s, but in a good way. Maybe very late 90s. I can't remember when Starlancer. Yeah, it would be late 90s. I think the Dreamcast version's 99 or 90. No, the PC version's 99 or 98. I have a suspicion. The Dreamcast version, I believe, was 2000. Weirdly, one of the magazines gave this a really bad write-up, and I remember thinking, well, that's Starlancer. It was raved about on PC. It's going to be a good port unless it's a rubbish port. And sure enough, it was a fantastic port. So what I'll say is sometimes the reviewers can be absolute rubbish, especially if they don't like the game in question. I can't remember which magazine that was. One, I think, might have been the official Dreamcast magazine, but that was dreadful. So
wave defeated. Timer awarded. Next wave, jumping in.
yeah, Quake 3. Yeah, you got it spot on there. This does use Windows CE. It may have even used the Quake 3 engine. I'm not entirely sure. Although that was primarily for FPSs, so maybe not. This did originally have online play, and it is now been reactivated, but as you say, visually it's definitely of its time. It still holds up well. The music is also very good, and hopefully the audio is okay. Hopefully you can hear me okay, Nico. Appreciate your commentary. You're actually quite good at just telling me if the audio is right or not, so I might just turn it down a little.
Timer awarded. Next wave, jumping in.
I might just turn it down a touch, or was it okay? I think the voices were a little bit loud, but it's pretty good. 59 seconds. So I'll jump into the campaign next. Basically, each mission has main objectives and bonus objectives, and depending how you do. And pending how you do depends on Coalition fighters, yep. The Alliance versus the Coalition. Hence why if you ever play Thriller... No, don't turn it down. Okay.
Time's up, pilot. Reporting now.
Okay, that's a good run there. That was a good run. That's got me refreshed and back into flight school, so... Difficult, easy, normal. I'll leave it on normal for tonight's stream. And call my call sign Riven, as always. Yeah, it's very well.
Okay, people. No more sim pods, no more target drones. From now on, your call sign is Alpha Wing. I just hope you rookies are ready. You will be taking part in Operation Shield. Our orders are to secure the area and escort any Alliance ships to Neptune's moon, Triton. Long-range scanners have picked up a convoy that we believe to be the remnants of the British fleet. How they got this far without fighter cover is a miracle. Your job is to make sure they arrive at Neptune in one piece. Intelligence reports suggest the convoy consists of one heavy cargo carrier and a number of light transports. Upon launch, your first objective will be to rendezvous with the convoy. Once you have made contact, take up escort positions and provide fighter cover until you reach Fort Sherman, where you will be relieved. If you encounter the enemy, torpedo bombers are your priority target. Fighters are secondary. Everyone clear? Time to lock and load, people.
Okay, so the one difference I think in the PC version, I think this have a slightly more expanded UI. So at the start you only get one of 4 ship choices. Now there are a number of bonus objectives. I think one is to take out a acceleration, agility, yeah, shield. There's a stealth fighter you can take out on this first mission as a bonus thing. You get additional bonuses depending on how many of the transport ships you save, and the dialogue towards the end of the mission will relate to that. So if we're doing well, they'll be congratulating us and saying what a good performance. If we're doing badly, they will be saying rude things about us. So afterburner fuel. It's the bandit. Let's go with the bandit. Nice job, Shrinking. Yeah, there is actually, if you watch the previous video, there is an opening introduction. I haven't actually showed it. I think I need to quit back to the title menu to show it, so...
The name's Mike Horrigan, call sign Moose. I've been assigned as your co-pilot. I'm seated right behind you, so take good care of this crate, and you and I will get along just fine. Man, I just hope we see some action.
Okay, 45th. No more Sims. This is for real now. Let's move out. We've got a lot to prove.
Jump coordinates initiated.
Allied convoy, this is the 35th flying off the Reliant. We're here to escort you to Fort Sherman.
At last, some fighter support. Are we glad to see you guys?
Okay, 45th. Break off and take up escort formation.
This is Ranger 2. 45th, be advised we are being spooked by an enemy fighter. Stay alert. He could be...
Right behind you.
What the...
Oh, where the hell did he come from?
That's a Blackguard fighter.
Take him out,
Yeah, the animations are really nice. So I did miss up. You can get a bonus objective and actually take down that Blackguard fighter if you're good enough.
Great shot. Who do I send the flowers to, comrade?
Just gonna check Saber. I want to prioritize. So I can order. The stealth target's actually quite difficult to get. You don't get long to get him.
You got him.
Torpedo, so
Hell, I'm picking up one, maybe two coalition torpedo bombers coming in fast.
So yep.
The torp bombers are your primary target, 45th. Ignore those fighters.
We've got incoming torps.
Come on, 45th. Intercept those torpedoes.
Hi Cyberdoll, thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so I've got the torpedoes down, and yep. Yeah, this is a very, very good game. Yeah, the controls are actually... Thank you, hope you enjoy this stream, guys. So, yeah, they actually converted the controls really well to Dreamcast. So you can see you've got all the sort of sabers. You can target all the enemy units. I can also order my wingmen's around.
Attack my target.
Although I believe at this... You've got the thrusters, you've got afterburner. They actually did a really good job of giving you everything you needed in the menus, like energy recharge. It is a really good title, and actually this is probably one of the... Playing...
Great shot.
And that's the good music, that's the good victory music.
Performance, 45th.
All part of the service. Let's move out.
We're ready to jump out.
And there we go, that's the first mission done.
This is Sherman Patrol. Requesting identification. Sending countersign now.
work, 45th. Now hold your position. The Reliant is currently en route.
Yeah, see the ship's docking as well.
Okay, there's the Reliant. Initiate landing procedure.
How do I order it to land again? I think I just need to get close. Think being the optimal word. Yeah, you get all the targeting satellites. It's that one to roll, isn't it?
Hey, come on! Land this crate!
And there we go. First mission nice and successfully over. I missed one of the sub-objectives. You could take down the enemy ghost pilot if you're quick enough. I did it actually in the video we did a while back. Hi, Mortoragaias. Thanks for joining the stream as well. Appreciate you guys all being here on the stream. Thank you very much for joining Randomised Gaming stream. Appreciate the likes as well. So, just going to read that. Congratulations, the captain is very pleased with your first performance out there. The defence of the convoy was exemplary. Not one of the ships was destroyed, despite the fact that you're attacked by a full coalition hunting pack. This is a good sign of things to come. I'm glad training to paid off, but keep practicing. Materials on this are going to prove so. Commander Enriquez, yes, so the only sub-objective I missed on this mission is you can destroy the enemy veteran pilot as well. You only get a very small window to take him out. He's a little bit random. You can sometimes just literally get him straight off the bat, and sometimes he gets away quite quickly.
This is Heidi Moore reporting for the Alliance Conflict News, June 24th, 2160. This week, the Alliance Forward Fleet brought home many more refugees from the conflict engulfing our solar system. Klaus Steiner, leading Allied ace and the commander of the elite German squadron, the Vampires, heroically saved an Alliance civilian transport when he took out all 6 fighters in a coalition hunting pack. Also this week, attacks on Alliance convoys have increased. These attacks were previously assumed to be coalition units, but sources in the military now suspect pirate activity. This news just in. The occupying coalition forces on Mars have mercilessly crushed a revolt by Alliance citizens. Survivors report entire settlements were leveled by coalition troops, and random executions are being performed to keep the population in line. Finally, Alliance headquarters request citizens to house the ever-growing numbers of refugees. If you can help, contact your local logistics office on C-SCAN. They're waiting for your call. This is Heidi Moore for the Alliance Conflict News, signing off until next time.
Yeah, it's a nice conversion. I know there are a few sacrifices and changes. I think there's a proper intercom system, like a menu thing in the original PC version where you do, like, you can go and train and things in between each mission. Just say current mission. It's just a few things. I think most people wouldn't mind, will be fairly happy with the changes, but 1 or 2 people might not like them. I think overall, I was a little, when I saw what some of the changes were, I was a little disappointed. The Dreamcast could have done them. I think they only changed it just to make it in a slightly more arcade format, but it is a very good game. So let's carry on. We can restart that mission if you want me to blow up the bonus fighter, but I think I'll probably go on through each mission unless I do. I think you guys want me to see the next mission, if I'm correct. You probably want me to keep going forward rather than replaying missions just to get some of the hidden bonus sub-objectives. I actually played through this twice, I think. Although one of the sub-objectives, like trying to beat one of the in the final mission, was really, really hard.
Okay, settle down, people, and listen closely. As you know, Neptune is the primary destination for the remnants of the Alliance fleet, and consequently is a hot zone for Coalition hunter-killer squadrons. Your mission is to sweep the surrounding quadrants for any incoming Alliance vessels and escort them to Fort Baxter. You will not be alone on this one. Operations Command thinks it's a good idea if you link up with a veteran outfit, an American squadron called the Pumas. They want you to learn from professionals. The Puma squadron leader, Jake Tanner, will be in full command of this mission. What he says goes. Everyone clear? Okay, time to lock and load, people.
I seem to think in the PC version, there was actually a little GIF of the girl giving the commander giving you the mission briefings. I think that's mission. So I've got 4 vehicles again. I might stick with the bronze. Basically, as you get better ships, I want something that's quite fast and agile, shield power. So that's got quite heavy. I think, unless you guys want me to change ship, I will stick with the Predator. So I'll just let. If you guys want me to change ship, say so, but I think I'll stick with the Predator on this one. The Predator's quite a good ship for most of the early missions. So yeah, crew 3, gunner 4. This is a bit too that's quite a slow ship for tracking targets. When you have, you want a fast ship when you're actually dealing with trying to protect units, because you need to move quickly to cover ground. I previously did cover the opening intro in the first mission, and in that video I did get the secret bandit on the sort of mini-boss unit you fight on the very first mission, but we only did that in the first mission, so this is the first time I've actually shown the second mission on the channel. July 10th, 2160.
Washington Control, this is Prowler Beta 6. General Briggs is on board and our escorts are ready. Permission to jump. You're cleared to jump. Puma Leader, this is the 45th reporting for duty. Well, well, looks like the rookies have arrived.
Hey, who are you calling rookies?
Cut it out. Everyone. 45th, this is Colonel Tanner. You do exactly as I say and we'll get along just fine. Now let's move out. Affirmative, Puma Leader. Mayday, mayday, this is Prowler Beta 6. We've been pushed. Hell, they're going after General Briggs. Washington Control, tell them we're on our way. 45th, back us up.
We're ready to jump out.
Washington Control, get an enemy ship here ASAP. Colonel, we've got company. I'm picking up an Antonov retrieval ship and assassin fighter escort coming in fast. Antonov's going after the General's escape pod. Take it out!
We got a missile on our tail, buddy. Move it!
groups in your immediate area. The first one is the Coalition hunting pack, which left your position. The second is an Alliance convoy, which looks like the pack's next target.
I've got the General's Pride. I'm out of here.
Coalition hunting pack. Time for some payback. Let's move. We need to reach that convoy before the Coalition does.
Jump system online.
Yeah, so basically the premise is there's two fractions fighting it out, the Alliance and the Coalition. And the Alliance is basically what remains of America and England and Europe, and Coalition is pretty much, I think, everyone else.
Control, this is Convoy Alpha Delta 4 en route to Fort Baxter. Please identify yourself.
This is Puma Leader, Colonel Tanner. We've picked up what we suspect is a Coalition hunting pack on your trail. We're here to help.
Thanks for your assistance, Commander. We're just glad to have some fighter escort.
This is Horner, the Wing Leader. We are under heavy attack and need assistance. We're in real trouble. Do you copy? Copy, Hornet Leader. Maintain your position. 45th, hold here and protect the convoy. Pumas, let's head out.
Okay, 45th, it's our party now. Let's keep it tight. Man, we're gonna miss out on all the action.
Hey, I wouldn't bet on it. That hunting pack must be close by.
Heads up, we've got multiple bogies crashing the party. Break off and engage. We can't let them get to the convoy.
Yep, careful what you wish for, as they say.
Whoa, we got a cam off toy bomber entering through the back door.
Take it out ASAP.
We've got a torpedo launch. 45th, get on it.
All the way, man, all the way. How you feel, beast? You got him.
Keep it coming, buddy.
Hello, Matthew Sanders as well. Thanks for joining the stream. Got a few of you on tonight. I wasn't expecting that many initially. Yeah, this is Stellar Assault's a very good game on Saturn and 32X, but it's not as good as this. Is probably the best. As I mentioned on Twitter, I think this is probably the best space simulator game on any Sega system, as we never got anything like X-Wing or Wing Commander, and even the console ports of Wing Commander tended not to be that good, so...
Great shot, buddy.
So I think we've pretty much got them all now. Just the last of the fighters. Basically, priority targets deal with the bombers and the torpedoes.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
There are lots of hidden objectives.
Pretty damn good for rookies. We owe you one, 45th.
45th, this is Tanner. We got a code red. Need backup now.
Get out there, 45th. Baxter's informed us we've got a clear run home. Godspeed.
So yeah, the supposed veterans are now in trouble.
Let's move, people. We're ready to jump out.
Yeah, it's not too expensive, Starlancer. I think it sold pretty well. It didn't get a Japanese release though. It only got a North American and European release. And it was originally a PC version. I don't.
We're in real trouble here. The Hornets have been wiped out, and I've had no answer on the heavy support I requested.
Okay, let's get dirty. Those fighters must stay out of range of that cruiser.
You're no match for me, pilot.
Do you want to guess what the bonus objective is on this mission?
Come on, take him out.
Don't know if I've got enough missiles to try and do it. I'll give it a shot though. Should have probably saved a few more missiles actually. Sometimes taking a few of these sort of extra armament, not sure if the PC version is still readily available, but it's a bit of a yeah, I know these old games in this era are a real pain to get working. So yeah, it's just my back shield took a bit of damage. So this is a fairly light cruiser. If I had heavier armament, you can basically bonus objectives will be like blow this thing up. I guarantee you there'll be a bonus objective for blowing this thing up. Come on.
I don't believe this. We've got a second coalition cruiser moving in. Washington Control, we're taking on 2 coalition cruisers here. I need an ETA on that support.
Hang in there, Tanner. No information available as yet. We're still waiting to hear from Fleet Command.
This just gets better and better.
$2,000 laptop, yeah, pretty much. Amount of screamers as well, so I can just pummel them into.
They've got lock. They've got lock.
You can tell this is an early mission because literally this ship is pretty useless at actually hitting me. Should probably go after the fighters. My lasers really aren't cutting it on this thing. Still got a few fighters left. Oh, so I just want to see if its shields go, but I think this thing. Okay, there it goes. That's its shield gone. Engine. I should have done that earlier. Yes, it is possible to strafe. You have to hold L to strafe. We'll try and get one of the cruisers. Out running into it. Okay, my front shield's quite badly damaged. I need to let it recharge a bit. The shields, your shields are actually pretty good at recharging pretty quickly. These ships early on do not pack that much damage, so. See if that's the forward. I just want to try to get the forward gun. Yeah, that's the forward gun. I think they're all trying to wait for me to go, so... Come on, I know you can blow these up, because they'll... I'm pretty sure I should have taken an armament of a load of heavy warheads to blow this up. But I'd just like to show you that you can do. Like X-Wing, you can take out capital ships if you get good. And if you just practice and just take the right armaments per missions... I think I've got quite a few of its guns now. And hit its engines as well. I've actually lost my... I think I've lost one of my shields actually. Taking too much damage on the front. Just let my lasers recharge, and that should... The next engine off this thing. Quite keen to try and get this. Kill the thruster. Yeah, there's... You can actually blow these ships up. There will be sub-objectives to blow them up, so... And I'm pretty sure if I do enough damage to it, it will actually be destroyed. So I think I've just got the top side guns left on this one. Which what made this quite different is that you did... okay, this does take from X-Wing, which has... Ah! I should have actually hit the bridge unit.
We are gathered here today to pay our respects to one of our own, who selflessly laid down their life in combat for the Alliance. We will remember. It is with great sadness and pride that we say farewell to our fellow comrade.
Attention!
So yeah, I was going in a bit too much for the kill on that capital cruiser. Yeah, you can kill thrusters and you can strafe as well. So you have quite a lot of... And you've got a turbo boost as well. I think I have to replay that whole mission. I'm going to take a heavier capital cruiser missile.
Okay.
Don't see that breathing as you've already seen it. Apologies, I will have to replay the mission. So now... Guns 4. I'm going to take a heavier ship this time round because we know what's coming. So what's got the biggest damage? Let's do this one. You can skip all the intros as well. Yeah, you can stop, basically slow and stop. You use the left trigger to brake and slow down and the right trigger to boost and accelerate. So this is actually an example of a PC game that had quite a complex control system. And then they've really done a good job of bringing it to...
Jump out.
Appreciate all the likes, everyone on stream. Thank you very much. If you're enjoying the streams, thank you. It's very much appreciated.
Washington Control, this is Prowler Beta 6. General Briggs is on board and our escorts are ready. Permission to jump.
You're cleared to jump.
I won't spend too long going for the capital cruiser, but I might go for it a bit again. This time I'll blow up the engines and take out the gun. I think I need to hit the bridge. You have to blow up. I think there's like a bridge section you need to blow up or take out the main guns. I can't remember this one. Because in X-Wing you would hit the capital ships, you could just do constant damage to them, but I can't remember this one. So yeah, if I do that, I will literally kill all my speed, so I can strafe. So you see I'm strafing, although you don't strafe that quickly.
Ready to jump out.
But yeah, they've done a really good job of making a relatively smooth HUD, so that way you can...
We're too late. They've taken out the Prowler.
Wait a second.
I'm picking up an escape pod. It's General Briggs. Washington Control, get a nanny ship here ASAP.
Colonel, we've got company. I'm picking up an Antonov retrieval ship and assassin fighter escort coming in fast.
The Antonov's going after the General's escape pod. Take it out!
The Antonov is down.
Come on, finish off these citizens and let's get out of here.
So this ship packs a bit more of a punch, so... it's not as manoeuvrable, but it does mean I can take out... and it's got more rockets as well, so we'll have some fun when we get to the capital ships in the second half. Well, the third part, a lot of these missions are actually quite big, as you see there. You had like 3 sections before. But yeah, you have auto aim as well to help you targeting a little bit, but...
Nice flying.
friendlies. Where's my nanny? Let's go cover that. Oh, I don't want to.
Scanning now. We've got 2 groups in here.
But yeah, the animated, the sort of. I mean, this is the thing about the presentation of this game. I think they're all lip synced as well.
It's convoy, which looks like the pack's next target.
No, they might not have been lip synced, but they've been done very well.
Coalition hunting pack. Time for some payback. Let's move.
They work really well with the fact of the little guys up in the top corner. It adds to the immersion hugely. And I'm playing the PAL version, and I'm playing via VGA. It does support VGA out of the box.
Please identify yourself.
This is Puma Leader Colonel Tanner. We picked up what we suspect is a coalition hunting pack on your trail. We're here to help.
Thanks for your assistance, Commander. We're just glad to have some fighter escort.
Oh, and by the way, Nike, you might be interested to know, I picked up Buggy Heat recently, and we discovered...
Copy, Hornet Leader. Maintain your position. 45th, hold here and protect the convoy. Pumas, let's head out.
I think Hornet Leader has a very suspicious look like what the B-Wing Leader from the actual Return of the Jedi.
Okay, 45th, it's our party now. Let's keep it tight. Man, we're gonna miss out on all the action.
Hey, I wouldn't bet on it. That hunting pack must be close by.
Heads up, we've got multiple bogies crashing the party.
But I did actually discover, so we did pick up a copy of Buggy Heat, and that is actually, we discovered Buggy Heat. Yeah, it's a racing game. What we discovered is the game is actually fully power optimized, so if you can force it into VGA, but then you have a optimized game. There's the camera top.
Whoa, we got a camera tour bomber entering through the back door.
Take it out ASAP.
We've got a torpedo launch. 46, get on it.
It's got a lock on us. Shake 'em.
Yeah, definitely. This is not so good. Yeah, there we go. This fighter is not so good at getting away from enemy units. Yeah, Buggy Heat, but what we discovered is it's actually 50Hz optimized. The entire game is 50Hz optimized. Even though it's not properly resolution optimized, it's kind of. But yeah, so you can force it into VGA, but then you get issues where the resolution's slightly distorted. Yeah, but Code Veronica you can't force into VGA. Buggy Heat you can, and that's when we discovered it had quite a few issues. Yeah, I wasn't aware that many Dreamcast games were properly 50Hz optimized, but that was one of them, which quite surprised me. So that'll be one for a video at some point. Yeah, although Code Veronica is one of the worst PAL optimizations going due to the weird ghosting because they didn't properly. Because I don't think Capcom had properly optimized games before, so. But yeah, it's interesting to see because if you play, so I'm aware that and Jimmy White 2 don't play properly in VGA because they're optimized. Seems to be more enemies this time in this section. It might just be me. Over there, my allies are much more rubbish at shooting them down this time.
Ouch! That's gotta hurt.
Right, so I have my full complement of missiles for the next section, so that way I can go hell for leather on the capital ships.
Great shot. Who do I send the flowers to, comrade?
Right,
Pretty damn good for rookies.
Screamers,
You
Havocs,
want 45th?
Jackhammer and Bandits. We've got them all.
45th, this is Tanner. We got a code red. Need backup now.
Get out there, 45th. Baxter's informed us we've got a clear run home. Godspeed.
Let's move, people. We're ready to jump out.
There are camera options in this, but you don't really want to use them in the midst of battle, except for perhaps making good screenshots. So literally, if I do...
What the hell? That's a coalition cruiser.
About time, 45th. We're in real trouble here. The Hornets have been wiped out, and I've had no ends on the heavy support I requested.
Okay, let's get dirty. Hit those fighters, but stay out of range of that cruiser. Come on, take him out.
Okay, so doing this much quicker, I've got much better. I don't know if this one you have to pick off all the components of a capital ship before you can actually blow it. Oh. I think this gun's on the top side. Damn it, Silky.
Pilot down.
I'm sorry, Silky. I'm busy trying to blow up the capital ship. Okay, so this bird is now utterly defenseless. Can you blow this thing up? Come on. blown up its shields. I've blown up its... I've hit it with just an absolute pail off of missiles. I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping to be able to blow it up. I'm going to hit the inside of the hangar. Does not want to blow. I wonder if some of these crap you need heavier ships to blow them up. It looks like its health isn't depleting actually.
Attack my target.
But yeah, it's nice to be able to blow everything up, but sadly I couldn't blow it up. I wonder if you... I have a feeling maybe you need stronger ships. Or it might be you can't actually destroy that ship in this mission.
Help me out.
I got a job to do. Sorry, Ace.
Oh, that fire is taking an absolute beating. There he goes.
I don't believe this. We've got a second coalition cruiser moving in. Washington Control, we're taking on 2 coalition cruisers here. I need an ETA on that support.
Hang in there, Tanner. No information available as yet. We're still waiting to hear from Fleet Command.
This just gets better and better.
Yeah, the bar on your right is, I think, your energy weapons, and the one on your left is just speed. So I'm just like... This ship is not as fast as the Predator for gaining on the enemies.
We got a missile on our tail, buddy. Move it.
Prepare to die, Glenn Fool.
See what the other carriers like. I think that's a bit of comms transmitter. For a shield generator. The game doesn't actually tell you what some of the hidden objectives are, so you do have to guess a bit some of them. I'm just gonna concentrate. Seeing as I got gunned down before, I will just concentrate on dealing with the last of the fighters. Just to move on to the next mission. Oops, is that one of mine? Hi 8-bit SNK boy, thanks for joining the stream. We are looking at Starlancer on Dreamcast.
Commander Tanner, this is Washington Control. We got a negative on that support. I suggest you get the hell out of there. Okay, you heard the man. Finish off those fighters and let's get out of here.
Amen to that. Ouch! That's gotta hurt.
Just want to try the full cannon mode. Does that damage the Kurov's shields? I was hoping to be able to damage this thing. We took apart all its Oh, the main game's superb. Yeah, I don't think I can actually damage this because its health's not depleting. The main game really is good for this. Okay, this thing's obviously been hit because some of its gun turrets are missing. So blow up its...
Colonel Tanner, I'm picking up something big heading towards our location. Looks like an enemy carrier.
That's no enemy carrier. It's the Yamato.
This is the captain. Battle stations. Steer a course between the Zarkov and the Kirov. Arm all batteries. Ready for side torpedoes. Fire!
Oh, they get blown up as part of the...
Direct hit on the Zarkov, sir. She's going up.
Ready starboard torpedoes. Fire!
Oh, they get blown up as part of a cuts.
Direct hit on the Kirov, sir. She has been destroyed. The area is clear.
Oh yeah, now that was a thing of beauty.
Yamato Control, we owe you one. We were in real trouble there.
This is Captain Mukai, Colonel Tanner. You are very lucky we were in the area. Now you have to excuse us. We're somewhat late for a pride engagement. Keep up the fight. That was marvelous for your book.
Okay, 45th. Job well done. You're cleared back to the Reliant.
Pleasure doing business with you, Pumas. 45th, let's move out.
Jump system online.
Home sweet home. Initiate landing procedure.
And let's take her home. Okay, well yeah, it's quite cool to blow off the other ship's parts, but yeah, I didn't need to do that because they get blown up as part of that cutscene. Yeah, if they shake hands and do that, that means you've got a really good score. I think the first mission, because I didn't get all the sub-objectives. It looks like the training you were put through may actually pay off. Jake Chan seems quite impressed. He sent through a positive report on the 45th. Keep up the good work, Brim. We've got a long way to go to keep your performance at this level. There was great work out there today, Commander Enriquez. Yep, so couple of good mission objectives there. As you can see there, I did save the general early on. As I mentioned, most of the missions have sub-objectives, and you can survive a mission but still fail it if you, let's say, the general gets kidnapped. The first mission, you can actually, if you do really badly, the convoy gets blown up and you get like insulted by whereas the convoy's like, they barely made it back. And so there's some really nice touches like that.
Reporting for the Alliance Conflict News, July 10th, 2160. Alliance fleet is now providing military escort for Alliance convoys and vessels escaping from our former colonies. Their destination, our bases around Neptune. In what has become known as Operation Shield, Alliance forces have started to slowly stem the shipping losses that have plagued our convoys over recent weeks. Flying off the ANS Yamato, the Ronin squadron on a routine patrol surprised and destroyed the coalition cruiser CS Pochenka. High Command believes the Pochenka was acting as a forward command ship for coalition hunting packs. Senior military sources are said to be encouraged that our frontline squadrons are now striking back at the enemy. This week also brought the sad news of the destruction of the Alliance squadron known as the Hornets. While protecting innocent civilian transports, the Hornets were ambushed by the notorious Black Guard, led by Ivan the Butcher Petrov. Petrov earned his name after he ordered the execution of prisoners and civilians when Alliance forces finally surrendered on Mars. This is Heidi Moore for the Alliance Conflict News, signing off until next time.
Yeah, you get those nice news stories as well. As I mentioned earlier, there are some differences between the PC and Dreamcast version. So I think there's like a medal. I think there might be like a medals thing. The general girl does appear, as I said, in the mission briefings as well. I don't know why she was removed as well. So a few odd changes. I'm just going to overwrite the existing file. I'm only going to be using that one save. But I could do a run. Okay, there's quite a lot of games. I probably should do run-throughs at some point. Something like a full run on this would be quite nice. I'd quite like to do the PC version. I've never actually played the PC version properly. I think I have got it on. I seem to recall getting it on something, but I can't remember what. Just going to work it if I actually have it installed on this. Well, no, I think I've seen videos of it. I can't remember if I actually got it installed or not. Appreciate the likes, everyone. Thank you very much for the likes, as always. And appreciate everyone on stream as well. It's always nice to have a quick chat with everyone. Okay, let's jump to the next mission. Continue game.
Okay, people, let's get started. We have received orders from Operations Command. You are to locate a flight recorder from a missing Alliance command ship named the Mantis. A signal from the Mantis was lost moments after they began transmitting a distress call. Intelligence is concerned that we may have a coalition group working behind our lines. Alpha will be providing backup for our top guns, the Vampires. Your first objective will be to rendezvous with the Vampires and sweep the area around the last known position of the Mantis. Once the flight recorder has been located, return to base immediately. Intelligence has placed a high priority on this mission and wants the data from the recorder to ascertain exactly what happened to the Mantis. Squadron Leader Steiner will be in command of the mission. Everyone clear? Time to lock and load, people.
I might stick with this one because this is quite a nice payload. You know, I'm going to stick with the jackhammer just as a one in case we encounter capital cruisers. I'm interested, 8-bit SNK boy. Do you think the PS2 trade was worth it in the end, or do you prefer the Dreamcast?
Prepare to launch. Alpha Wing, you're clear to the Remen. Good luck.
So, we get to meet the great Klaus Steiner. You think he's as good as everyone says?
I guess we'll find out. Okay, 45th, let's move out.
Jump system online.
And I have no idea what you mean by Ez in the Hedgehog. Is that something that's been announced or something?
Riven Control, this is the 45th reporting for duty.
This is Bremen Control. Commander Steiner and his wingmen are prepping for launch and will be with you shortly.
Copy that, Bremen Control. Standing by.
Hey, is that a Wolverine he's flying? They're meant to be state-of-the-art. I guess rank has its privileges.
Okay, 45th. There isn't a coalition force within 3 sectors of here. We should have an easy ride. Let's move out. Okay, 45th. You heard the man.
Jump coordinates initiated.
Oh, ends in the edge sword. So, well, in the game, yeah, there's some of them got crazy nicknames when I go through the titles. Some of them get bumped off, not by you. Some get.
Alliance Patrol. This is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately. All pilots, engage.
Let's do it.
Steiner, just our luck. Take out this freighter and let's get out of here.
Bridge control! My pilot's gone rogue! I'm bringing him in! Lock down your weapons!
I think I might have shot one of my allies. Not sure what happened there. I thought the ship in front of me was an enemy, but
After due consideration by the Military Council, a sentence of death has been imposed under Article 209 of Alliance military law. The sentence is to be carried out forthwith. Sergeant?
Firing squad. Prepare weapons. Aim. Fire!
oops a daisy. Oops a daisy.
Okay, people.
Yes, do double check your targets. I shot my own allies, and basically, yeah, you get that. I mean, there are some quite amusing things like that that occurs.
You have clearance.
So yeah, we've seen a couple of the
Control out.
alternative endings. We've had our remains jettisoned to space, and we've been court-martialed and executed. I seem to recall as the game went on, you actually got additional control functions. I think you actually eventually have to. Can't remember if you have to hyper jump yourself or not.
Okay, 45th, let's move out.
Jump system online.
Well, that makes an interesting snippet from the stream. Appreciate the likes, everyone. As always, should just say I am the editor of Randomised Gaming, Random Gamer Riven.
Reporting for duty.
This is Bremen Control. Commander Steiner and his wingmen
I
are
should just
prepping
say
for
this,
launch
so let me just
and will be
confirm.
with
This
you
Dreamcast
shortly.
version was released in 2000. The original PC game was by Digital Anvil. The port was developed by Warthog Games, and it was published by Crave Entertainment and Ubisoft. I think Crave were North America and Ubisoft were Europe, and the format is of course Sega Dreamcast. The original game is on PC.
Okay, 45th. There isn't a coalition force within 3 sectors of here. We should have an easy ride. Let's move out.
And I will admit, unlike some other games, this version is very... Although some early ports were often quite heavily cut up, and this one is a little bit cut down, this is a very close port to the PC version.
Lines Patrol. This is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately. All pilots, engage.
Oh yeah, I did shoot up my squadron, didn't I?
Let's do it. Steiner, just our luck. Take out the freighter and let's get out of here.
We got a missile on our 6.
Killing you will be a pleasure, pilot.
To be honest, the Japanese Dreamcast library isn't a big... The Dreamcast doesn't have a massive library. Unlike the Sega Saturn, I wouldn't say the Dreamcast has... Ah,
Damn it! They've taken out the freighter.
let's restart. I want to save that freighter. I've got to keep near the freighter. I think the danger is to move away from the freighter. You want to deal with the enemies attacking the freighter. Because I think the Dreamcast, I think largely in the West we got. I mean, there were quite a lot of Japan. Well, there was probably about 50 or so good Japanese games we didn't get, and there's probably about 10, 15.
All systems online. Alpha Wing, you're clear to the Remen. Good luck.
Yeah, I think the PS2 did have some weird ways of doing things. I know it took a while for people to get used to it. Whereas the Dreamcast was designed similar to how like the PS1 was, to be able to do stuff very easily.
I guess we'll find out. Okay, 45th, let's move out.
In fact, this game uses Windows CE, which is the ability to literally port Windows games across at the time. In fact, there were a few games that used Windows CE, not as many as you might have expected though. The problem with the Dreamcast was it didn't fare well in Japan, sadly.
This is the 45th reporting for duty.
This is Bremen Control. Commander Steiner and his wingmen are prepping for launch and will be with you shortly.
Copy that, Bremen Control. Standing by.
Hey, is that a Wolverine he's flying? They're meant to be state-of-the-art. I guess Rig has its privileges.
Okay, 45th. There isn't a coalition force within 3 sectors of here. We should have an easy ride. Let's move out.
Okay, 45th, you heard the man.
Ready to jump out.
Lines Patrol. This is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately.
Let's do it.
Steiner, just our luck. Take on the traitor and let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm feeling this ship not so good for taking out.
See you pass, pilot. Sabers,
Okay, I'm going to swap to the. I need something a bit faster. That's not good enough to defend that. Well, actually, that's not entirely true, 8-bit SNK boy, because the Dreamcast actually took in Europe, and I think in America as well, the Dreamcast took the PlayStation 2 to pieces over that first Christmas. So much so, Sony's supposed stock shortage vanished overnight when they realised the Dreamcast had absolutely annihilated them sales-wise. I remember saying they had actually got quite thumped, Sony, and it looked like the PS2 was in a bad position. And then literally, Sony were given a green card, or basically a golden ticket, as Sega a month later said, no, we're pulling out of the hardware business. And then they later realised that they'd made what a blunder they'd made by making that statement once they'd seen the Christmas cards. To sum up Digitizer at the time, I remember them saying it was like championing the Ferrari you've just bought just after the engine's blown up. They said literally it was like the worst possible decision. Sega of Japan made some horrendous decisions, and the reason they made it was they based it on the Japanese sales at the time, which had, in Japan it was not doing well, but in Europe and the US the Dreamcast stomped the PS2 that first Christmas. I think Japan, Sony, Sega were never going to win. They'd lost the Japanese market, I think, before they'd even launched the Dreamcast. Partly, I think, because the Dreamcast was seen as underpowered.
Hey, is that a Wolverine he's flying? They're meant to be state-of-the-art.
I think they released it a bit too early. I think they should have waited a bit and let it release updated hardware. I think that's the biggest problem. My issue with the Dreamcast as well is that they killed, the big mistake that Sega made was they killed off the Saturn and then weren't supporting they basically had a nonce period because they weren't releasing games, and that was a big issue. They had a period where they weren't releasing games on any format because they had killed off the Saturn in Europe and the US, which is a huge mistake, and yet they didn't have
Lions Patrol, this is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately. All pilots, engage.
Let's do it.
Steiner, just our luck. Take on the freighter and let's get out of here.
You got him.
They just had a gap period where you could not buy anything Sega related, and that was the big mistake. And that subsequently meant that the Dreamcast kind of basically had completely killed. By the time the Dreamcast arrived in the West, they'd killed off the fan base. Sega had literally killed off their own fan base. Oh, damn it. That freight is really hard to save. Okay, I'll just carry on. Never mind. I'll keep pressing because I don't want to keep repeating this section. I was definitely doing a lot better.
What are Coalition short-range fighters doing so far behind our lines? Bremen Control, are there any reports of Coalition carriers in this area?
That's a negative. This whole sector should be clear of all Coalition activity.
Not from where I'm sitting. Keep scanning the area. I want to know if the situation changes. Okay, 45th, let's move out, but stay alert. I don't like this one bit.
Ready to jump out.
But yeah, the Americans were dreadful for...
Looks like we found what's left of the command ship. Break formation and search for the flight recorder.
Scanning for the flight recorder.
Ejecting! Ejecting! Damn! They've left booby traps. Slow down and watch out for mines. Bremen Control, we've got a man down, requesting a nanny ship.
Acknowledged, Commander. Nanny ship en route.
Eject! Eject! Eject!
Oh crap. I got hit by a... Oh, I got taken out by those mines. Yeah, the missions definitely ramp up a bit. I'm chatting away as well, so... Yeah, I think the Saturn... because they didn't release some of the games as the West, that didn't help the Saturn at all either. It's... Sega were their own worst enemies. But yeah, the Dreamcast definitely did better based on the sales-wise and stats I've seen, so... And I know quite a few people who did buy the Dreamcast, and quite a few people were sort of beginning to convert. I think it does depend where you are in the subset of the regions. If you meet different people of different experiences, but I think generally the Dreamcast was doing well up until Sega pulled the plug, and then it was just game over overnight. Which is a big sad thing. And that subsequently killed off. I think it'd been interesting to know what had happened had the Dreamcast, GameCube, PS2 and Xbox all released, because the market wasn't big enough for all three. My gut hunch is Microsoft would have been squeezed out, or at least would have had a bad experience with the Xbox, even worse than they did. So that's what my gut hunch would tell me, but I can't be sure. That's my industry experience saying, but...
So, we get to meet the great Klaus Steiner. You think he's as good as everyone says?
I guess we'll find out. Okay, 45th, let's move out.
We're ready to jump out.
Riven Control, this is the 45th reporting for duty.
This is Bremen Control. Commander Steiner and his wingmen are prepping for launch and will be with you shortly.
Okay, right, I need to take that mine section slowly. The final mission in this I remember being really hard.
He's flying? They're meant to be state of the art. I guess rank has its privileges.
Okay, 45th. There isn't a coalition force within 3 sectors of here. We should have an easy ride. Let's move out.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have been on the Xbox, would they? It would have been a big change. So it'd been interesting to know.
Ready to jump out.
Admittedly, all of us is just hindsight discussion because we will never know what would happen because Sega chose to pull the Dreamcast.
Alliance Patrol. This is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately. All pilots, engage.
Let's do it.
Steiner! Just our luck. Take out the freighter and let's get out of here.
Oh, great shot. Great shot. Where do I send the flowers to, comrade?
Gotta deal with the nearest. Gotta be quick if I want to save this freighter. I think some of these events may be related to time, i.e. things will happen regardless of what you do.
Great shot. Where do I send the flowers to, comrade? Great shot, buddy.
Hello, some British bloke. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, Sega made some very sort of silly decisions over the years. I mean, it's even today. It's heartbreaking to see the state they're in now. This is Starlancer on the Dreamcast we're showcasing tonight. Oh, I'm out of Screamer rockets, come on. Houston, I'm all trying to save this frigate. My lasers are currently burnt.
Great shot, buddy.
Okay, there's one left by the looks of it and he's quite away from the carrier, so I wonder if he's trying to run. They do. Some of the ships do run in this at certain points, so this one's actually not a threat to the carrier either. So, or the frigate, yeah. We've got them all and saved the frigate.
Nice flying, hotshot.
Phew, that was a tough one.
Thank God you got here in time. They just came out of nowhere. What are coalition short-range fighters doing so far behind our lines? Bremen Control, are there any reports of coalition carriers in this area?
That's a negative. This whole sector should be clear of all coalition activity.
Not from where I'm sitting. Keep scanning the area. I want to know if the situation changes. Okay, 45th, let's move out, but stay alert. I don't like this one bit.
Right, I remember to take this section.
Jump system online.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Dreamcast was it was not as powerful as the PS2, and I think it would have struggled,
Looks like we found what's left
especially
of the
against the
launcher.
GameCube and
Make formation
Xbox.
and search for the flight recorder.
Scanning for the flight recorder.
But yeah, I said this game is really good, Starlancer. I've always really enjoyed this. We've got to search for the flight recorder, and I'm just got to watch that mine. 45th volunteer.
They've left booby traps. Slow down and watch out for mines. Raven Control, we've got a man down, requesting a nanny ship.
Acknowledged, Commander. Nanny ship en route.
Got to be careful here. Don't want to repeat it last time. That's the proximity. There we go. I've also got to look for the target. I'm just trying to take out the proximity mine so I don't get... No, it's more... From a development perspective, it would be seen as the first console in the PS2 era. Because in some ways, I think it can do a few things the PS2 can't. I think it can do a few things the GameCube can't now. Where's that target? I think I have a scanner. I've got to find the black box. Just looking. So is it there? Is that? This is a bit tricky to find this. I've got to follow the beeps. Okay, right. Is that it?
I'll see you face a firing squad, traitor. Bridge control. I need an arrest team.
Ow. Why wasn't that letting me pick it up? Well,
Okay, people, let's get started. We've
yeah, I didn't want to show you the ending of me getting shot again. So why wasn't that letting me pick it up? Because it was sort of beeping away. Well, there is actually an ejection button as well in this. Alright, let's try this again. Launch missiles. That's annoying.
All systems online. Alpha Wing, you're clear to the Remen. Good luck.
So, we get to meet the great Klaus Steiner. You think he's as good as everyone says?
I guess we'll find out. Okay, 40.
Let's move out.
Ready to jump out.
I suppose because it's a space sim, so yeah, I mean, Stormwind is quite a good homebrew shooter. For me, I think the very best shmup on Dreamcast is probably Borders Down, but Stormwind is pretty good, although I have actually got Stormwind on the PS4 and Dreamcast these days, and I think I prefer the PS4 version. But yeah, I mean, I think this is by far the easiest way to play Starlancer these days. I'm not sure it's available on Steam. I should just check that. Is Starlancer on Steam?
Hey, is that a Wolverine he's flying? They're meant to be state-of-the-art. I guess Rake has its privileges.
Okay, 45th. There isn't a coalition force within 3 sectors of here. We should have an easy ride. Let's move out.
Okay, 45th, you heard the man.
Jump coordinates initiated.
Lines Patrol. This is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately. All pilots, engage.
Yeah, Borders Down's really good. Okay, Starlancer is not available easily. You're going to have to get the old disc. Yeah, Borders Down's really good. I should actually cover Borders Down on Oh, Borders Down's worth playing. I mean, technically you could sell a sealed copy these days and buy an opened one and still have change to spare, so if you want to do it that way. Personally, I just unseal games when I get them, but I appreciate that if you could easily make some money, buy an unsealed one and you'd still have some change to spare. It is a very good game. I'm not going to save the freighter this time.
Nice flying, hotshot.
I took out the freighter pretty quick this time as well. Appreciate the likes, everyone.
Whoa, great shot.
Yeah, the only game remotely close to this on Dreamcast is Bang Gunship Elite, which was a North American only. Yeah, I can appreciate. You got the LE sealed still. It's an easy way to sell on eBay, make some money, and then resell. Then buy an opened one. I actually have the LE version myself, but I bought it when it came out. Oh, you just... Other me. Technically, if you own a sealed copy, then then you can technically play backups in certain backups in certain countries that allow it.
Are there any reports of coalition carriers in this area?
That's a negative. This whole sector should be clear of all coalition activity.
Not from where I'm sitting. Keep scanning the area. I want to know if the situation changes. Okay, 45th, let's move out, but stay alert. I don't like this one bit.
Okay, no. Yeah, Record of Lodoss War is a fantastic game as well. I highly recommend it if you've never played it as well.
Looks like we found what's left of the command ship. Break formation and search for the flight recorder.
Scanning for the flight recorder.
So how do you retrieve the flight recorder?
Ejecting! Ejecting! Damn! They've left booby traps. Slow down and watch out for mines. Bremen Control, we've got a man down, requesting a nanny ship.
Acknowledged, Commander. Nanny ship en route.
I see YouTube's watching now. Yeah, it's very... I don't know what's going on, British bloke. It is very much a... just totally... it's really annoyed me because since the Izzy stream the other day, I've realised the watching now is just totally balked. It must have been for some time, so it's probably screwing up a lot of our stats. Yeah, it's balked in quite a few areas, I think. Is the... Oh, there we go. So how do I retrieve that without blowing it up? Okay, that's the objective. I'm just trying to work out what I'm supposed to do. So how do I pick up items in this? If I fly into it, it will blow up. Apologies on the constant beeping. Toggle eject, toggle max. I'd have thought. know what it is. I'm just trying to... Do I need to fly into it?
Bridge control! My pilot's gone rogue!
Ah, so this game doesn't tell me what the annoying command. So how on earth am I
Okay, people, let's get started.
targeting?
We received orders from Operations Command.
I couldn't select it.
We're
This
to
is
locate a flight
irritating.
reporter from a missing Alliance command ship named the Mantis. A signal from the Mantis was lost moments after they began transmitting a distress call. Intelligence is concerned that we may have a coalition group working behind our lines. Alpha will be providing backup for our top guns, the vampires. Your first objective will be to rendezvous with the vampires and sweep the area around the last known position of the Mantis. Once the flight...
Apologies on that. That's the second time. I was hoping... So... Let's see what GameFAQs says. That is really irritating. So, Starlancer. So, mission 3. How do I get the thing to pick up? Okay, turn to the direction with the fastest beat and you'll eventually locate. You will need to gently nudge it with your fighter's nose. When you bump it, the data will be downloaded, and when you're done, a warp gate. Okay, that's an absurd... Okay, Night Nike, thanks for joining the stream. Very much appreciated. Apologies, I'm having to keep trying. Yeah, that's absurd.
All systems go.
Yeah, I can't skip this. I've got to gently nudge the recorder.
Good luck.
So, we get to meet the great Klaus Steiner. You think he's as good as everyone says?
I guess we'll find out. Okay, 45th, let's move out.
Does that mean sort of nudge?
Jump system online.
There were a few. I do remember there being a slightly few odd quirks in this.
Riven Control, this is the 45th reporting for duty.
This is Bremen Control. Commander Steiner and his wingmen are prepping for launch and will be with you shortly.
But yeah, appreciate everyone joining the stream and appreciate the likes. Have actually got a number of videos. I am actually doing a follow-up video. I will be doing a follow-up comparison video on Izzy as well. Some British bloke. Although I've just been sidetracked with a few other things at the minute. It seems to have done 2 Izzy videos. I thought I'd give it a break and do a couple others before I get back on with that one. I've got quite a few videos to do at the minute, so it's an endless.
We're ready to jump out.
But have a good night, Nico. It was really great to see you on stream as always. And everyone else on stream, glad you're still staying with me. Some British bloke and 8-bit SNK boy. Apologies, not been the.
Alliance Patrol, this is Freighter Charlie 19. We're under attack. We need assistance immediately. All pilots, engage.
Let's do it.
Steiner, just our luck. Take out the freighter and let's get out of here.
Yeah, some of the fighters zoom off and some stay directly to attack the carrier, so I've got to get the ones that attack the carrier. There's one down. Yeah, I've got to watch that. They do. Lose the frigate again, aren't I?
You got him!
Oh, this is some close flying. Used up all my streamers as well. Run on the frigate. Got lucky this time so far.
Whoa, great shot!
Got enough that the guys chasing them down that we are preventing them from attacking. Try and get a run on the carrier. Frigate, got it.
Great shot!
One left. Come on. No, that's this guy trying to go for the carrier again. Got it. Huzzah! It's the second time I managed to save it. Right, hopefully I won't crash into it, but yeah.
You got here in time.
Hopefully we won't get people.
What a collision short
Yeah,
range
YouTube's
pilot's
watching
doing so far
stats have now realised are very bought.
Are there any reports of collision carriers in this area?
That's a negative. This whole sector should be clear of all coalition activity.
Right, so I've got to gently nudge the thing with my nose. That's a dreadful way to...
Let's move out, but stay alert. I don't like this one bit.
Jump system online.
Looks like we found what's left of the command chip.
I mean, gently judge the thing. I mean, the good thing is it's still relatively cheap to buy on Dreamcast if you do like the looks of this. It's not expensive game to buy. There are a lot more expensive games, I will say. With the most expensive being the rather not a good game, Moho. That is still currently remains the most expensive game going on the Dreamcast these days. Quite why it's so rare, even Take-Two don't know. My suspicion is it didn't sell, it got poorly printed, and if you most publishers had a buyback clause with most retailers, so if the game didn't sell they would buy back the stock, and no doubt it probably would get destroyed. Okay, I need to back up a bit, so that's a bit close. That was a bit close, that mine. Come on. In range. I think that debris is just in the way. Next target. Right, let's see if we can do it this time. So I've got to find it. And then I've got to gently nudge the recorder with my... Okay, now where is it? Ow! Oh, that's infuriating. So I've got to bump it with the nose. That was... I just tapped it gently. That is infuriating. Right. Okay, 2 hours 30. I think that's enough me showing this mission. That is infuriating. So that's one downside of Starlancer. I do remember there were 1 or 2 quirks with the game. So bumping it with the nose of your ship is not a good idea for try. That's supposedly how you scan it, but yeah, that's awful trying to hit the thing. So I'll finish there, which I think is probably a good idea. He's done about 2.5 hours, although not got through as many of the story campaign missions as I'd like, but I think that's a good sample of the game. It is, I would say, if you do like space simulators, it's a very good game, seeing as there aren't many. I mean, I was always a huge fan of X-Wing and Freelancer, the follow-up. So I actually played Freelancer before I played Starlancer. Or was it the other way around? You know, I can't remember. I think I might have played Freelancer first. Yeah, I think I did play Freelancer first, then played Starlancer. I think I played the sequel and then I played the prequel. Freelancer is a superb PC game, as is Starlancer, but Freelancer is more in the vein of Elite. It is a very good game. as well, and I do recommend it. We do have videos of both on the channel, so I hope you've enjoyed this look at Starlancer on the Sega Dreamcast. Said originally released in 2000. It was released in North America and it was released in Japan, and it was developed by Digital Anvil originally, and it was this port was done by Warthog, and this version was published by Crave Interactive in North America and Ubisoft in Europe. So I'm going to call it there, wrap up here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone who's been on stream. So thank you to 8-bit SNK boy who's still with me, and I think some British bloke might still be with you. Thank you. Thank you to Nico who's been with me on stream. Thank you to also to Cyberdoll who was on for a bit. Thank you to Mori, I can't really pronounce that, Morturo Gia. Thank you. Thank you to Matthew Sanders for stopping by as well. Thank you to everyone who's been on stream. Thank you for... My keyboard battery's done. Cool, no worries. 8-bit SNK boy, that's fine. Thank you all. Thank you all to everyone who's been on stream. As always, please do consider supporting the channel in any way you can. So if you enjoyed this stream, please do hit that like button. It does help us in the sort of stream rankings. I will be back. I don't know if we'll do a fight night tomorrow. We did one last Friday, so I don't know if we'll do one this Friday, but I'll chat to Dragoon and see if he wants to do. We will have a look at Spelunker. We have got quite a few other videos coming. There will be another sort of comparison on Izzy, and I've got a few other bits and bobs to look at as well. So thank you all for watching, everyone, if you're still here, and if not, have a good evening and maybe have a good weekend if I don't see you tomorrow or you don't hear me tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see. I'll be back as soon as I can. So for now, I wish you a good night, a good evening, good afternoon, or a good morning wherever you are in the world. Night from everyone here at Randomised Gaming.